I'm tired. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Whew. So Luke Skywalker was right. This build is not gonna go the way I expected it to. Whew. Alright guys, here it is. This is Starkiller's Lightsaber. Everything that could have went right went wrong with this build. Everything that went wrong did go wrong. I'm not sure if I was rushing through it or what was going on. And it was mostly paint issues that I had with this build. Now don't get me wrong, I had fun making this build. It was just, for some reason, it just a nightmare. So this lightsaber does contain a crystal chamber. What I did for the crystal, I didn't capture this on film, but I 3D modeled a crystal, and just so I have something to fit in here properly, I had some rock crystals that I was going to use, but it didn't fit into the slot properly, and then when I would hit it with a hammer to break it, it would just break apart and it would be either too big or too small. So I just went ahead and 3D modeled one. I printed it and molded and cast it in clear resin. It came out okay. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Again, having problems with this build, but I went with it. It worked out in the end. As far as the outside goes, straightforward lightsaber. Each part was printed individually. If you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, or actually if you follow me on Twitter, you would see that this part, I had posted a picture of like a heaping mess of filament just all over the place. And that was from printing this top piece, because when I modeled it, the walls weren't thick enough, so I had to go back and thicken the walls. And also I set a raft on the first one, but for some reason it didn't work. So I set a raft on this again with the thicker walls, and I think because the wall wasn't thick enough, it didn't print properly. The internals in the hilt, again, I purchased mine off of Etsy, and you can find the link in the description. And for this one, I changed out the speaker as well. For this lightsaber, the speaker sits closer to the actual base of the hilt, and because it's sitting so close, it's louder. And the kind of speaker that I have in here is a bass speaker, so that bass, the speaker being up against the bottom of the hilt, that hum really comes through, and it's extremely loud on this one, and it almost gives it like a damaged lightsaber sound, almost, in a sense. And I think it kind of fits for the look of this lightsaber. So as you can see, there's some fasteners on here. Two things that the fasteners did: it kept the covering in place. If you look at reference pictures of Starkiller's lightsaber, he has these fasteners on the side of his hilt and at the bottom where the grips are at. So I went ahead and I ordered some off of Amazon. When I was modeling it, I modeled it to the dimensions of these fasteners. Okay, in terms of spray paint, so let's talk about what went wrong with this build. My goodness. So I got everything sanded, everything was going good, and I hit it with a base of black lacquer, and I used the airbrush. That went on fine. I think because it was cold outside, my garage was cold, me not being patient, it didn't dry fast enough after I hit it with the gloss. After I hit it with a gloss, I thought it would be dry enough. It wasn't dry enough for me to airbrush the silver paint that I was gonna paint this originally. So when I did airbrush it on, it just ran and it just looked horrible. So I ended up having to resand the grip and the outer piece. Luckily enough, the inner part was alright, and I also had to resand the bottom portion of the hilt as well. I decided not to airbrush with lacquer and just went ahead and used rattle can. So before I fire this up, I'm going to talk about the base really quick. Alright, so here's the base. And for the base, the thought process behind the design was kind of that back panel of the Death Star. I know it's not exactly like that, but just wanted some like vent look. The top portion I printed in clear PLA. So for the back panel, I had some acrylic left over from building the base for this Infinity Gauntlet. So I just cut a piece of that and lined it in the back here so it'll diffuse the light that's in here. Wired up some LEDs and just hooked it up to the battery. And I just designed the interior so that it had enough room for the lights to go in and for a place for the battery pack to sit in. The battery pack was actually supposed to sit in here, but for me trying to get it in and out, it was just going to be too much. If I wanted to turn it on and off, I would have to pull it out. So I just took some double-sided tape and taped it to the bottom here, and everything cuts on properly, and I think it came out alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and light this up. Now this hilt is heavier than the one in my previous video. I'm not sure if it's because of the crystal chamber and the way everything is. I did print this at 100% infill, so it has some weight to it again. So overall, am I 100% satisfied with this build? No. Will I revisit it? I may in the future. I'm just gonna fire it up one more time. It's very bright. Crystal chamber. So I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and I wish you guys a Happy New Year and Happy Holiday. So I'd just like to thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support that you guys have shown me. Again, if you want to keep up to date with the projects that I'm working on, you can follow me on Twitter at TheBrokenNerd83, or you can follow me on Instagram at TheBrokenNerd83. Again, I thank you guys so much. Peace and love. God bless. Doing it quick.